pay attention to your own life. Do you think that maybe for a few minutes, a few hours of just one day of your week, you can go without it? If you feel like you can't, then this might be something that applies to you. I want to talk about one of the weirdest habits that you probably have not heard of in self-help, spirituality, all these bullshit like label groups, and that's 1 year of not listening to music, or really limiting my music to Mondays through Thursdays, and anything outside of that I'm allowed to listen to music. So I get that a lot of you, as me saying this and you see the thumbnail and title, that this is one of the dumbest things you ever heard. You probably love music just like myself. It puts us into these worlds, allows us to escape from our problems. Music is like one of the pinnacles of human creation. However, especially if you're someone who feels like they can never give up music, if you feel like music plays an incredible role in your life, something you get a huge amount of enjoyment and creativity, inspiration from, I invite you to open up your mind and listen to my story as what I went through, because you might have the same problem that I had with music and the addiction that I actually went through that made me develop this habit in the first place. So music has always played an important role in my life. When I was little, watching the Spider-Man trilogy, hearing that amazing soundtrack, other superhero movies that I used to watch, and then as I got up older into my high school years, when I started listening to hip-hop, Kanye West, Kid Cudi, Frank Ocean, these musicians, all these forms of art inspired me. They gave me the opportunity to go into a world where I can immerse myself in, I can run away from all my problems, and I was dealing with a lot of problems throughout high school, and I was always in that mode. Every day I'd go to Planet Fitness, I'd work out, and then I'd walk home for 30 minutes, and during those 30 minutes I would be just lost in music. I would be thinking, daydreaming all the time, things that aren't in my present moment experience. I was completely lost, and I loved the fuck out of it. I didn't need anything that was around me. I was just lost up in it. The thing is, I loved this so much that I started to rely on it as a crutch for any sort of happiness. I would use it especially when I felt like shit. When I was in tough times and I needed something to run to, I would just listen to music, I just blare it in, get all my problems out of the way, and be there. And I would do this for hours on end, especially on days when I had a lot of work to do, assignments to do, responsibilities that I had to adhere to. I would be there, and I would be losing hours and hours and hours. And I realized that people didn't do this. And you might not be doing this yourself to the extent that I was doing it too, but the fact of the matter is that I was running away from my problems. When you're running away from your problems in any way, that is not a holistic way to live your life. Being shut out from negative emotions. To live your life in a happy way, you have to be in touch with the negative and the positive aspects of your emotions. Meditation is like the pinnacle practice of this community. So when we talk about running away from our emotions, that is the opposite of mindfulness. That's being caught up in a deluded way of thinking that if I run away from negative emotions, they're gonna go away. That's just sweeping under the rug. And for me to be doing that constantly, that was conflicting. This intersected when I started meditating, and I would be doing this thing where I'd binge watch music, listen to music, and I would try to evoke mindfulness in daily life, but that doesn't work because that's being caught up in a world of thinking that's away from your present moment, the present moment, what you're experiencing right now. So I decided about a year ago, I was starting my junior year of college, I have to be in a mindset where I need productivity, I have responsibilities, I have to be efficient in this work world to some extent, so I might as well have as much time to myself as I can. So I decided Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and then part of Friday, I would not listen to music at all. And this really impacted my life for the better, without a doubt. For one, I enjoyed music more than I ever have. When I constantly had music in my life, when I was listening to it, getting lost up in it, I wasn't able to appreciate it. And this breaks down into two things, with the gratitude and then just the basic psychological dopamine levels that you get from listening to music again. When you cut something out of your life, you're able to appreciate it when it's not there, and then when it comes back, you have this immense gratitude for it. And then also, when I would just listen to music again, I would have more enjoyment out of it. It would feel more enjoyable to listen to because I just wasn't so caught up in it all the time. I was able to appreciate the artwork. It was a really nice way to pay off my entire work week from Monday to Friday. Of course, for one, productivity increased a lot. We're not measured based on the amount of financial, material success that we give to the world, but being able to be more productive, it makes life easier when you're not wasting time and procrastinating. And this like mode of binging music and just like getting lost in it, it was just another form of procrastination. So cutting out of my life for certain points of my week allowed me to spend more time with my work and my goals, adhere to my values, my vision, my purpose, what I wanted to work towards. And I know a lot of you you might listen to music when you're studying, especially like lo-fi. That's a great thing to listen to. And that's fine. It's just like I found that when I'm working, I have music playing and I'm getting that enjoyment from it. It's just another form of distraction. And distraction kills any form of flow when you're immersed into your work and you're working hard. It doesn't compute for me. I mean, if it works for you, that's completely fine, and keep doing that. I'm not saying you have to do what I'm doing, but I found that like cutting off, it worked out better for me with my work. And in the end, it's more peaceful. Being able to not have stimulation for periods of time is very important. And you might be saying, look, it's not that deep. It's just music. And yeah, it is just music. But if you feel like, pay attention to your own life. Do you think that maybe for a few minutes, a few hours of just one day of your week, you can go without it? If you feel like you can't, then this might be something that applies to you. So think about that. We want the things in life that we enjoy to be the icing on the cake, where we're able to sit in silence with complete peace and poise. That posture of mind is there, where things like friends, music, video games, TV entertainment, these things come as a secondary thing where we enjoy it even more because we feel into what it's like to just be by ourselves, to be in solitude and to be happy and peaceful that way. I see no reason why I shouldn't keep doing this habit. I'm gonna keep it up. Maybe try it out for yourself. Like I said, maybe if it's just for a few hours, a few minutes of your day, just being without that, being just with complete audio silence, and see how that feels to you. Do you feel like you need it? If this video helped you out, drop a like, subscribe, and join the Discord server. With great power and great responsibility, always Joe.